Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our usual get-together on a Thursday evening. Welcome po to LIRA in Law. I am your host. Ang pangalan ko po Lira Simon Kabatbat of Douglas Simon Solicitors for the newcomers. No, I'm a practicing solicitor of over 33 years. 33 years. So over 3 decades post-qualification experience. So hindi pa kasama yung pag-aaral ko, hindi pa kasama yung training ko, but I've been doing it for 33 years. So a long time. Ang opisina ko po, Douglas Simon Solicitors, we have been around for 28 years. So not quite as old as me in terms nga, well, certainly not as old as me because I'm pretty old. But also 28 years, so not quite as long around nga as me being qualified, but otherwise nearly there, no? 28 years na kami, actually 28 years this month in February. So welcome po, no? It's thank you for joining me. I'm so sorry that it's already ang lamig uli, no? Winter is back. I'm obviously broadcasting live from London, England, and it is cold here. Tsaka umuulan. But we need rain, and it could be worse. No, hopefully spring will spring sometime soon. But in the meantime, thank you very much for keeping me company. I hope that you can stay, throughout. And we have lots of questions as usual, and we have a really big topic. We have a big topic every Thursday, but ito po, it's slightly, if you like, slightly different because it's a new, in a way, it's a new thing, no, na napapansin ko. So we're going to be dealing with banning, no, if you're banned from coming back to the UK, especially those of you who say made an application for political asylum, no. That's what I mean by a new thing na napapansin ko. So yung pag-uusapan po natin. Our star question, tingnan natin, okay, is this, no? I like this question. So tingnan natin. So let me just see if I can find it. Let me read it to you. So ang topic po natin, can you be banned from coming back into the United Kingdom? So ang question po ito from one of our viewers, star question natin, sabi niya, nagpasok po ako ng asylum, na political asylum, pero na-refuse naman, understandably, probably because galing siya sa Pinas. Gusto ko na lang umuwi sa Pinas. At ang balak ko ay bumalik dito as a spouse. Plano po kaming magpakasal ng boyfriend ko, bitong po siya. Magkakaproblema po ba kung pabalik ko, no? So that's why yung topic nga natin, can you be banned from coming back into the United Kingdom? That's why I like this question. Dahil nga it deals nga with, of course, our main topic, which is being banned from the United Kingdom, re-entering the UK. And also, in this case, yung viewer nga natin, she made an application for political asylum. Galing siya sa Pilipinas, so she's a Philippine national, Philippine citizen, but she made an application for political asylum in the United Kingdom. Okay? So yun ang titingnan nga natin. So big topic, and actually quite it's a scenario that I see increasingly often, and it's kind of worrying. Hindi kind of worrying. It is worrying to me. So I thought it may be helpful to discuss the law that relates to being banned from the United Kingdom, and also look at that in relation to, say, asylum seekers potentially. So yung topic po natin, big one as normal. But hindi lang po yun, no? We have other topics. Actually, we have some employment-related topics nga. We even have some family, kind of a unmarried spouse type application nga. So marami tayong pag-uusapan. So it's going to be, hopefully, an interesting night. Well, usually is, no? I mean, I enjoy it. Hopefully you do too. And I hope that you can keep me company throughout, no? Now, before we launch into our topic, as usual nga, no, I would just say, kung meron kayong problema, legal problems, especially po, no, it's better to seek legal advice, no? Nothing beats having a one-to-one session now with a qualified advisor, qualified solicitor nga, and asking them questions. Huwag kayong mahiya. And when you're seeing clients, I always say, magka nakikita mga kalayante ko, especially in our first meeting nga, I always say to them, no, do you have any other questions? No, once I've explained what I think the issue is about. And I mean it, no? So meron kayong mga questions, bago kayo pumunta sa interview nyo, make a note of it, no? And huwag kayong mahiya, ask the questions. But anyway, tonight, we have a number of questions nga, and we're going to deal with them, of course. So, we're going to take a very, very short break. No? Saglit nga lang po, balik tayo, and let's then launch into our topic. Big one, can you be banned from coming back into the United Kingdom? See you soon. Welcome back po ulit. Welcome back to LIRA in Law. I am your host, Lira Simon Kapatpat of Douglas Simon Solicitors. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, the 20th of February. Still wintry and cold. So winter is back. Anyway, so in an effort not to warm you up, we're going to be speaking about a fairly important nga at saka sometimes controversial topic, which is, can you be banned from coming back into the United Kingdom? Okay, binasa ko na kanina yung star question natin. This is coming from you, viewers. Oh, by the way, kung meron kayong tanong, kung meron kayong, gusto niyo akong batiin, hopefully, no? Please post it, no? Post your comment, post your hello, no? I always enjoy it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that later on. Now, topic po natin, as I say, can you be banned from coming back into the United Kingdom? Short answer to that is yes, you can. No? But hopefully, hindi nga mangyayari. So pag tingnan nga natin yun, what law would the Home Office usually look at if they're looking to ban people from the United Kingdom? No, for those of you who want to look it up, normally, this is not the only thing, but normally they look at the Home Office looks at what they call suitability, and that is contained under the Immigration Rules Part 9. Let me just read to you just a little snippet nga ko ang sabi doon. So, Immigration Rules Part 9, grounds for refusal. Okay, now grounds for refusal encompasses nga yung banning from coming back to the UK. So sabi nila dito, suitability requirements apply to all routes, okay, and must be met in addition to validity and eligibility requirements. Okay, so validity is obviously you made the application. Eligibility would be things like yung income nyo, no, kung sapat nga, ganoon. But suitability, that is your character, is also part of any application. So sabi nga nila dito, suitability requirements apply to all routes, no? Lahat, no? And must be met in addition to the other requirements, validity and eligibility. When this part applies, so they meet the part 9, a person will not meet the suitability requirements if they fall for refusal under this part. So, if they have concerns about your character, your conduct when you were in the UK, or indeed not even in the UK, then they can potentially say you do not pass the suitability requirement. And then they go on to say a person may also have their entry clearance or permission cancelled on suitability grounds. Okay? So even if they've given you a visa already, it could be that they cancel it. Kung nandito na kayo, it could be that your permission then is cancelled because of suitability grounds. Now, sabi nila, you have acted in a way that you're not suitable to remain in the United Kingdom. Now, unang-unang titingnan natin ito. What do you have to be? Are you automatically banned? No, that's a question I'm asked a lot by clients actually. May problema nga sila. Are they then automatically banned? Not necessarily. So there are two, if you like, types of banning. So unang-una nga, as I say, this is a part of the bigger picture, the refusal. So if you get the refusal, that's one thing. No? So nagpasok yung application, na-refuse yung application nyo. Sometimes, you can just simply submit that application or indeed appeal that refusal nga. But this one goes one step further. Okay? Yung banning nga. So not only are you refused your application, so they say, no, you can't come into the United Kingdom, the Home Office go one step further. They say, not only can you not come into the UK, but actually we're not allowing you for a duration of time. It couldn't even be forever, no, realistically, but it could be 12 months. We're not allowing to come into the UK because of suitability requirements. And the time scale, the ban can be 12 months, which is usually the minimum nga. It can be 10 years. Or realistically, it can be even be kind of forever. They don't say forever, but the reality is, if it's so bad, it may be that you can't then come in. They may not allow you to enter the UK because of suitability grounds, forevermore. But yeah, as I say, it could be 12 months, so 1 year nga. It could be 10 years where deception is involved. So tingnan nga natin to. So it's as I say, the being banned is actually it doesn't always get looked at as a first thing. But I do think it should feature more prominently when you're making applications. Kahit anong application papasok nyo, you should really consider, is this something firstly that could in fact result to even worse problems later on. We're going to unpack that a little bit more. So when someone is banned from the UK, when they say banned, it can either be a mandatory ban or discretionary ban. Mandatory is exactly that. So they have to ban you. So for example, if there are criminal elements, serious criminal elements, it could be that they say for security reasons they have to ban you from the UK. So it's mandatory. So it's the Home Office will not have the power to maybe not ban you, but they have to ban you. It's mandatory grounds. In a way, it's a little bit. I use the word easier in a way to see or to advise on when it's a mandatory ban, because it's clear why there's no discretion. And in some ways, it's harder to advise on the second, if you like, banning provision, and that's when the Home Office have a discretion to ban someone from coming back into the UK. Discretion again is they may ban you. Indeed, that they have to ban you. Okay? And discretion is always a bit of an issue with the Home Office. That it's not sometimes clear when they would exercise their discretion in your favor or against you. Okay, so yung titingnan po natin, not necessarily the mandatory ban, but we're going to look at the more, in a way, more difficult issue of discretionary ban. So let me just read that to you. So discretionary ground for refusal, at sabi ko nga kanina, part immigration rule part 9. So discretionary ground is under paragraph 9.82. Okay, if you're interested to look it up. Paragraph 9.82 is a discretionary ground for refusal. No, so ibig sabihin nga, as I say, the Home Office may refuse the application. Let me just read to you what that says. So where A, the applicant has previously breached immigration laws, and B, the application was made outside the relevant time period in paragraphs 9.87. 9.87 is essentially the timing, how long you can be banned for. And C, the applicant has previously, the applicant has previously contrived in a significant way to frustrate the intention of the rules, they mean immigration rules, or there are aggravating circumstances in addition to the immigration breach, such as a failure to cooperate with the redocumentation process, such as using a false identity, or a failure to comply with enforcement processes, such as failing to report or absconding. Okay, so aggravating circumstances. But hindi nga lang yung ibig nilang sabihin as aggravating circumstances. Now, if you're banned, how long is it for? Sabi ko nga kanina, your relevant period referred to 9.8.7. It can be minimum of 12 months. It can be 10 years, no? Usually, 12 months is where, say, naging overstay nga kayo without aggravating circumstances, for example, but you left the UK buying your own ticket, no? So you're looking at a minimum ban of 12 months. But where there's deception, so nagsinungaling kayo sa application or nagsinungaling nga kayo dito, it could be as long as 10 years. So it's quite serious, no? Now, family applications, and I get a lot of this, no? Some applications nga can be treated differently when they're looking at banning, okay? And you would think, and this is something that is assumed nga by a lot of people, na kung papasok, sabihin natin nandito nga kayo. So tingnan natin yung viewer natin, yung question niya. So pumasok siya dito, hindi nga lang natin alam on what basis. Pumasok siya dito, nagpasok siya ng asylum, na-refuse yung asylum application niya. Balak niya, uuwi na siya sa atin, sa Pilipinas nga. Tapos, magpapakasal sila either dito, sa atin nga, magpapakasal sila, may boyfriend siya, Brito ng boyfriend niya. Tapos, ang balak nila, babalik siya dito. No? So, question nga niya is, would she then be banned? Now, it's clearly a family application. Pagpapasok nga siya dito, na asawa nga siya, no? O magiging asawa na nga siya. O unmarried spouse, no? O indeed fiancé application nga. So, would the ban, the discretionary ban, is still potentially applied? The answer is yes, because it's an entry clearance application. So, tingnan nga natin. Now, unang-una nga, she breached, no, her migration condition, probably. Okay, so I'm assuming, she doesn't say so, but I'm assuming here that maybe she's become an overstayer. Hindi natin alam how she entered the United Kingdom, no? But if, say, she became an overstayer or indeed entered the UK on illegally nga, she's breached immigration conditions, immigration rules rather, and then, so ang nangyari nga, so she's done that, and then she's then looking to come back into the UK. Now, and this is the concern. Itong napansin ko. I'm coming across quite a fair few people who are advised to apply for political asylum. No? Nanggaling sila sa Pilipinas. And it's a concern that they're being advised to do so. Now, at least the ones who have seen, it's clear that an asylum claim was never going to go anywhere. And actually, the more concerning it is that some of them may be encouraged to not be frank with their statements nga. And that is a potential problem. You should do that anyway, no? But also it's a potential problem that may haunt you later on. So, yung viewer nga natin, nagpasok siya ng asylum, magkakaproblema ba siya? Now, let's look at it. As I say, she's already breached her immigration law by becoming an overstayer, if that's indeed nga the case. And then the next thing is, titingnan nila, has the applicant contrived in a significant way to frustrate the intention of the rules, or are there other aggravating circumstances? Now, kung nagsinungaling kayo sa application, you made all sorts of representations which may not be entirely true, okay, in support of an asylum claim. It could be that the Home Office say those are aggravating circumstances. Now, what does that mean? No? Ibig po sabihin, if that's the case, then it could be that you face a ban under this rule, which under 9.82, paragraph 9.82, suitability. No? That, of course, can cause all sorts of problems. Okay? Now, kung yun ang mangyari, so you have your application as a spouse refused. On top of that, they also said, and we're banning you, no, because of aggravating circumstances. That hindi nagsinungaling kayo, you made false representations, or you deception, all of that because of representations made pursuant to asylum, for example, or any kind of application, then it's the double whammy. You get refusal and you get banned. So what do you do? How do you challenge it? Now, if it's a family type application, then you should really be provided with a right of appeal. It's not automatic, but a human rights application should give you a right of appeal. That means kung nasa Pilipinas kayo, coming into the United Kingdom, you should have 28 days to pursue your appeal. No? So it's an appeal to the first-tier tribunal. Now, so don't forget, no, the deadline, the 28 days includes the weekends. It's not 28 working days. It's 28 actual days, starting from the date, the day after nga the refusal letter. But kung ako kayo, look at the refusal letter. Kung anong pecha doon, add 28 days. No? Now, so you're on 28 days to pursue an appeal to the first-tier tribunal. Now, it could be, for whatever reason, you don't get a right of appeal. No? And they will say so. They will what's called certify it that you don't get a right of appeal. If you don't have a right of appeal, then how do you challenge it? You challenge it by way of what's called the process called judicial review. Judicial review is quite a complex process nga. And immigration is generally complex. Ang payo ko, if nalilito kayo, seek legal advice. But if you are in the realms of judicial review, absolutely seek legal advice because it's a very complex process nga. Generally, not always, but generally, there's a time limit of 3 months from the date of the refusal to right of appeal. So be careful then, because 3 months can go really, really fast. But as I say, it's quite complex. Lots of things need to happen in those 3 months. So kung yung nangyari sa inyo, wala kayong right of appeal, make sure that you seek legal advice immediately. And one of the things they may discuss with you to challenge the Home Office's refusal to give you a right of appeal is this thing called judicial review. Okay? Now, of course, if you fail with your appeal, or if you didn't have a right of appeal, you fail also with the judicial review, then it could be that you find you're banned. No, the reality is then you're banned forever. Because if you're not able to challenge the ban, and there's no time scale, or they say 10 years. 10 years is a long time because of and they can do that because of deception. It can mean the reality is that you don't come back. So to the viewer who posed the question, the quick answer is yes, there's a possibility, absolutely, of having issues nga coming back into the UK. Ang payo ko, seek advice. Because it could be that you want to deal with it in the legal representations initially. Also, they will, yung abogado nyo will no doubt advise as to how likely it is that that's a possibility, and also there are case laws, that may be helpful nga, that perhaps should be included in the representations. But so it's not an automatic ban to the viewer nga because it's a family application. But it is a discretionary ban because of suitability requirements. So ingat ka, ingat ka. It's just not an easy process. Ang payo ko, seek advice. And when you're seeking advice, to anyone, kung anong ang legal issue nga nyo, write it down, that you'll find, and I find this with my clients nga. We sit down and say, tanong ko sa kanila, so what can I do for you today? Usually that's how I start, so ano pong problema, sabi ko. And sometimes, they just get so overwhelmed with the situation that it's difficult to remember, all the questions, all the concerns nga. So ang payo ko, what always works for my clients is ilista nyo. And really, yung abogado nyo, certainly I don't mind that you have a list, and you take it off as we go along. Makikita nyo din, has LIRA dealt with that point, so highlight it also. And kung hindi nyo kung sometimes nga hindi nga malinaw yung explanation, ask. Never be shy to ask. And that's your time also to ask when you're during the interview nga. So it's anyway, especially if you're looking at this thing now, banning now. Just to say also po, I'm preparing an article actually to deal with this issue. Ang gagawin ko, hopefully I'll finish it by tomorrow. It's taking me a little while to prepare it. And then ang gagawin ko, I'll upload it on our Facebook, And if you want to have a look, o kung meron kayong mga kaibigan, kamag-anak nga, who may be faced with this problem or potential problem, feel free to download and have a look, no? O pasa nyo sa kanila, share the article, because of course, the aim is to hopefully nga, no, point you in a direction that helps, no? But as I say, kung nalilito kayo, hindi nyo alam gagawin nyo, seek advice. Now, I hope you enjoyed that. I did. I mean, I always do, no? I think in part because I do love talking, as you probably noticed nga. And speaking of talking, we have, of course, questions, additional questions, no? But before that, we're going to go into my favorite part of our get together, our show, no? Which is the batian section, no? Hopefully, may mga taong bumabati sa akin. But kung hindi pa kayo bumabati sa akin, do it. Do it now. Right? So, sandi. Oh, Outcast. Well done. You're first in the queue. Good topic. A nightmare to be banned in the UK. You are so right. It's what I find a bit interesting, guys. And this is the case also with legal representatives. No, they look at the refusal. And that's, of course, no, if you get a refusal, that's bad already. But I think when you're making any kind of application, you must also consider, is this something that could result to a ban? No? Because then that way, you deal with it before you even make the application. You consider it, no? Before you make the application. So tama ka, Outcast. No, it's a difficult topic. Oh, Gigi Alampro. Good evening, Attorney Lira, and all viewers. Happy Thursday, everyone. God bless, Gigi. Kamusta ka? I hope you're well. I hope you're inside. No, napakalamig nga ngayon, no? Napakalamig. It's winter is back. Saying that, I never put my coat away, unfortunately. So, even my dog, those of you who have been with me a while, because we've been doing this a while, you will know Dr. Watson, who is yung aso ko, no? He's a massive white Labrador. He's a bit too big, really. I need to put him on a diet again. So it's, anyway, even he has a coat. Napakalamig. Marian Paner, Miss Marian Galicia Paner. Hello po, Attorney. At sa lahat, happy Thursday po. Stay safe always. God bless us po. Malamig na gabi. Tama ka. No? Tama ka, Miss Paner. It's so cold. No? So cold. Miss Paner and I have been together, and a lot of our viewers nga, for over 4 years. No? Since COVID, nung umpisa natin to. Egay, the great guy from London. No? He's so modest. Egay, the guy from London. He's Egay, the great guy. So happy Thursday, sabi po niyan, to Attorney Lira and to the viewers. Work from home today. And taking care of Justin. Justin is his lovely son, no? Still good news, Attorney Lira. I'm still tap send ambassador. It's money remittance to Pilipinas, no? Bonus of £15 for the first time user. Looking forward to lots of learning again into Attorney Lira's lovely voice. Egay, the great guy. No, there you go, no? Sabi nga ni Egay, no? Okay. Now the message from the great guy, Egay. Nakabalik na po kami from Lapland, Finland. Oh! Christmas all year round. We saw Santa and Aurora Borealis. Talaga, I've never seen the lights, no? I've been meaning to. I want to also. Was it good? Was it great? Siguro, it was great, no? Wow. I'm so jealous. Oh, Miss Jones, Marilyn Jones. Happy Thursday, Attorney Lira, and everybody watching. Let's learn and enjoy another interesting topic from our beloved solicitor. We love Miss Jones. We love Miss Jones. Miss Jones is don't ask me how I know, but she's a great dancer. Hopefully you're still dancing, Miss Jones. She is. She really, really is. Oh, Ma'am Cora! We love Ma'am Cora, of course. Ma'am Cora Carsola. Magandang gabi, our dear Attorney Lira. At sa lahat na sumusubaybay sa very informative program. Salamat, Ma'am Cora. I hope you're well. I hope you're inside. No? Napakalamig. Napakalamig nga ngayon. I don't know when winter wells finish. Oh, Oh, Miss Giling. We love Miss Giling. M.M. Giling. Hello po, good evening, ma'am, and happy Thursday to all viewers. Miss Giling, I always say this about Miss Giling and her family. She's one of the hardest working people I know, Miss Giling. And she's lovely. Yung buo niyang pamilya. Hi, Miss Giling. She's lovely. She's really, really lovely. Oh, Miss Nadella, Riz Nadella. Hello, Attorney Lira. Very well explanation. Salamat. Kamusta ka, Miss Nadella? I hope you're inside, warm, no? With your feet up with a cup of tea? Siguro hindi. Because Miss Nadella's always go, go, go. She's really busy, Miss Nadella. Actually, she and I have known each other also for decades, actually. Oh, Ilonggo Aspins, no? Hello, Attorney. We are a dog shelter in Iloilo. And the admin run our shelter here from the UK po. Talaga? Oh, wow! Oh, your dog shelter. Oh, I love dogs. I mean, as you know, no, meron ng aso, no, Dr. Watson nga. You must send me your link, ha, to your website. I would like to check you out, no. So yeah, oh, well done, no. It's that must be quite challenging, no, to be a dog shelter nga in Iloilo. Yeah. Hope you're doing well and truly well done. Yung aso ko nga, I mean, it's they're kind of they're the best inconvenience, no? I always like to say, because you have to walk them, and of course you have to feed them, but you certainly have to walk them, come rain or shine, you have to walk them. And sometimes tinatamad nga ako, but you have no choice, you have to walk them. But they give it back in heaps, no? Because they give you unconditional love. So it's great. Salam, it's well done, you know, for doing. So sabi niya, we now have more than 120 dog rescues and just moved to a permanent shelter. Talaga? Wow, well done. Talaga, well done. 120 dogs. I can't even cope with one. No? And it's 120 dogs. Talaga. Send me your link, no? And we should publicize you, no, on our website, on our Facebook nga. And I'm sure there will be people who would want to help along, no, with donations nga. So send us your link, huh? Send us your link. So look, it's thank you very much for saying hello. No, it's always appreciated, and it always astonishes me, no. Busy mga tao, busy kayo, alam ko. Malamig pa, no. Sometimes you're traveling in, also going back home, or sometimes nagre-relax nga kayo, but you take the time, and I'm so grateful nga, to say hello, no, to tune in, to listen nga, and really, I don't say it often enough, but I'm grateful, and I enjoy your company. I really, really do. And one of these days, we should get together, no, we should get together. I mean, no, personally get together. We can of course get together remotely, but I'd like to see you all in person. Now, thank you. Kung gusto niyo kong batiin ulit, do put in your comments, no? Say hello. Absolutely. Love to hear from you. But let's not forget our other questions. I get carried away because I get so wrapped up, and I don't know, I like people saying hello to me. But tingnan natin, let's have a look at the other questions now. Must not forget the other questions. So tingnan nga natin. Because I know, okay, so ito po, another one for my viewers, sabi niya to, ask ko lang po, kabayan, nandito po ako sa UK, kasamang anak ko. Nakuha po kami under dependent visa. Unmarried, okay, hindi sila kasal, and that's a route, no? It's a partner route. Unmarried po kami ng partner ko, parehong Pilipino. 21 years na po kami nagsasama. Wow, gosh. At may mga asset na rin kami sa Pilipinas na pangalan sa aming dalawa. So they have joint assets nga. May isa po akong anak na iwan sa Pilipinas at kasalukuyan nag-aaral sa kolehiyo. Okay, so college na. So may bata sa atin na iwan, ano. Ang partner ko po ay may kinalolokohan. At lahat ng conversation nila ng babae, pinopost ng babae sa Facebook. Oh, how horrible. Ang babae po ay may asawa at hindi pa sila legally hiwalay. May mga ebidensya po ako, marami tungkol sa kanilang inugnayan. Wow. Ano po kaya ang mga hakbang na pwede kong gawin laban sa partner ko? Salamat po sa payo nyo at advices. Makakatulong po sana para mabawasan ang bigat ng nararamdaman ko. Oh, I'm so sorry that you have that, no, that issue. Problem. Okay? So ito, una nga, hindi nga kayo kasal, no? But even if you were married, dito po, adultery is not an offense, okay? And certainly bigamy is, no? If you marry twice or more than once, nga, bigamy would be a criminal offense, but not adultery. But hindi nga kasal, so it's not really. You can't also argue adultery even if you tried to nga dito. But in the UK, that's not the case. Now, there's no, I can't think, frankly, of a legal recourse. No, I mean, but outside the legal recourse, look, ang payo ko, kausapin mo siya. No, hindi ito pwede. Nakakahiya, pinapahiya ka. I mean, this is just not, you've been together now for over 2 decades, meron kang mga anak. This is unacceptable behavior. Kausapin mo siya. But from a legal standpoint, there's probably very little you can do. You can't litigate, unfortunately, against people being stupid or being awful. So unfortunately, legally, I can't think of anything you can do. But yeah, kausapin mo siya. So sorry. Must be horrible for you. Must be so. A week after Valentine's. Hope you didn't give him any Valentine's presents. No, tingnan natin. Meron pa tayong mga question. That just flummoxed me a bit, no? It's a horrible situation. So, viewer natin sabi niya, mag-ask lang po sana ako ng opinion niyo, sabi niya. Currently po, ay buntis ako. Congratulations. At plano ko po sabihin sa employer o manager ko po pagka babalik na ako galing ng annual leave. Okay, so she's on holiday. She's going to say na no, she's pregnant nga pagka nakabalik na siya. Kasi kakaalam ko lang po, so she just found it out. No, under sponsorship po ako. Mag-expire na pong visa ko next year by February. Ang tanong ko po ito, hindi po ba maapektuhan ang pagbuntis ko sa renewal ng visa ko? Natatakot po ako baka dahil dito hindi ako ma-renew. Now, okay. Great question. It's actually an issue that I come across relatively regularly, actually. So it is against the law. Ang umpisa po, it's against the law to discriminate or to sack people due to pregnancy. In fact, it's automatic unfair dismissal if they do. Usually, merong you need to claim unfair dismissal. Usually, you need to have been employed a minimum of 2 years, no? Sa trabaho nyo. But if they sack you because of pregnancy, it's automatic unfair dismissal. No? So, ang payo ko ito, document everything. So, pagka bumalik ka na, galing from your holiday, kausapin mo, absolutely, you should say to your boss nga ito, you should disclose it. Make a note also, okay, that you've disclosed it. If you have, what I would also advise is when you have informed them, follow it up with an email. No, I mean, and just so you tell them maybe informally, but you tell them nga orally, tapos you follow it up with an email to say, I refer to our meeting on so and so date. As I stated, I'm so many weeks pregnant nga. Thank you for noting this. It doesn't have to be more than that. Pero meron kayong ebidensya na talagang sinabi mo. Okay? And they should not discriminate against you by sacking you. Okay? And if they do, as I say, you have a claim. Now, also, of course, if you, nandito ka under employment, if you get another job, no, or you're looking for another, then you would need to focus on a job that would also issue you with another cost, another certificate of sponsorship, which may be difficult. The reality is it may be difficult nga, no, if you're pregnant. So make sure nga that that you document nga things, but they should not sack you. The quick answer: it's against the law to do so. Okay? Now, I think meron pa tayong mga questions. So tingnan ko nga. Tingnan natin ito. Okay, so ang tanong po ito, ano po kayang dapat gawin kung ginawa ka ng kasalanan ng katrabaho mo? Oh, okay. Halimbawa, gumawa siya ng report na hindi mo naman ginawa. Okay. Tapos, pinatawag ka sa office for supervision dahil sa report niya. How horrible. Nag-stand po ako na hindi ko po ginawa, no? At muntik na po akong ma-supervise dahil dito. Nag-worry po ako kasi ganun din ang ginawa nila sa kasamahan namin. So it's not a new thing. Ginawan siya ng kasalanan at binigyan ng supervision without any proper investigation. Tapos dinismiss sila. I'm afraid na baka ako na pong isunod, no? Sumunod. Ano po kayang ang mabuting gawin? We're under COS, Certificate of Sponsor, and they're here on skilled worker visa. Carer po ako sa company na ito. At ang mahal ang binayad namin. Why did you pay? Okay. 2 years na lang po kami 2 years na pa lang po kami dito at nandito po ang mga anak namin. Okay. So una ito, it's a question really of practical things you can do and also, of course, legal issues. Una nga, you've been there 2 years, which means that you can, if necessary, make a claim for unfair dismissal. If they just dismiss you without good cause. Okay? Now, what can you do to try and cover your back as much as you can, just in case you need to make a claim for unfair dismissal? Una nga, look, yung katrabahador mo, nung kasama mo doon, yung siyang nanggugulo, you should really raise that also with your employer na you are concerned na ito nga nangyayari. No? That way is also on the record na it's something that you are concerned about, you've raised it with them. No? Now, as I say, good news is you're 2 years here, so you're 2 years there, so that means you can make a claim for unfair dismissal if you need to. Now, also, keep a diary. Okay? Dahil tong taong to, kung laging yung ginagawa nga niya to, there may be various things nga that happens that you forget about. But if you keep a diary, no, it doesn't have to be anything long, nothing complex. Pecha nga lang, put in the time also, especially if you work shifts nga, put in, anong nangyari. So that way, if you need to make a claim, you have that diary to go back to, no? Because that's, with most cases nga, it's a question of evidence. And evidence can, of course, also mean a proper recollection nga of what had happened, no? Pero yung ang payo ko, una nga, raise with your employer. Sabihin mo na you concerned na ito nga itong ginagawa nung yung kasama mo, no? And I mean, sabi mo nga dito, it's happened before. You're concerned that happens again. So you just want to put it on the record, no? That nag-aalala ka nga, which is fair enough, no? So it's not it's terrible, no? Hindi ko maintindihan mga tao ganun ang ugali nila na they seem to take joy in causing people concerns, no? I mean, they need to get a life, mga taong ganon. I just it puzzles me na they seem to enjoy, no, causing other people trouble. Why would you want to do that? No, live and let live, di ba? No, it's astonishing. It's to anyone, but kapwa pa natin, it's not good. Not good. Now, I don't know if we have any other people saying hello. No, if you let me just quickly through. Let me have a look through kung meron pa. Okay, so yun. But no, look, kung meron kayong mga comments, meron nga kayong, as I say, meron kayong comments o meron kayong problema nga, no? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say hello. Post it on our pages nga. And of course, kung meron nga kayong mga questions, gusto nyo, you want me to deal with it, always, of course, happy to do so. No? And if you find, yung topic nga natin is of use to you, o meron kayong kaibigan, o meron kayong mga kamag-anak, especially yung topic nga natin ngayon, which is being, can you be banned from the United Kingdom? Share it. No? As I say, gagawin ko po, I'll try and finish off my article, which hopefully I'll be able to do tomorrow. Tapos ipopost ko po yun sa Facebook nga. Because I think the topic of being banned from the UK, sometimes nga, it doesn't, it may not feature sufficiently, no, when you're making, when you're thinking about your immigration case, o kaya, no, what to do now, should you pursue an application, should you pursue an application in country or out country nga. So it is definitely an aspect to look at, not towards the end, but I would say in the beginning. Because of course, it's one thing to make an application. Of course, it's horrible already to get a refusal, but to be banned is something else. Because that, of course, compromises nga, hindi nga lang application nyo ngayon, but late, your future in the UK, if you can have one. So, importante po yun. But now, it's gosh, ang bilis ng panahon. It's already it's now the 20th of February. Astonishing. Oh, si Egay. So sabi ko niya, Attorney Lira, it's sad to hear about office-related questions. Kaya send email ni kay Attorney Lira. Nakaka-surprise lang kung British companies yan. Oh, okay. Ako, I enjoy working British companies. Walang negative people. Yeah, well, it's it comes from a lot of people nga, no. Unfortunately, no, tama ka, Egay, no. It's sad to hear about that. No, si Ma'am Cora, sabi niya, our prayers to those who passed the very sad questions to you today, our dear Attorney Lira. Oh, Ma'am Cora, she's definitely watching. May God be with them every day as they go on to be able to deal with them every day as moment of the day. Tama ka, Ma'am Cora. It's sometimes you kind of take it for granted. Ako nga din, no? I'm very happy with where I am, where I'm working, the people that I work with, and certainly mga kliyente ko, no? And I'm blessed. Sometimes you forget that. Na may mga tao nga that they have immigration restrictions, maybe feel wala silang, they can't really cause what they see to be trouble, no? They can't maybe assert their employment rights, no, because of the feeling that they're limited in what they can say. And I forget sometimes, no, not just sometimes, I often forget, no, that a lot there are people nga in that situation. So kung ganun sitwasyon nyo, don't despair, no. Unang-una nga, there are the employment law in the United Kingdom apply to you equally as anyone who's local. No, it will apply to me. It will certainly apply to you. So employment protection rights are for everyone. But yeah, no, I appreciate that it's sometimes difficult to assert your rights, and sometimes practical things help a lot. So I always say to clients, kung may problema nga sila, keep a diary, right? Because you'll be surprised how many things can happen nakalimutan nyo, no? Because you're often focusing, understandably, on the last thing nga. So I'm so sorry nga for those who are experiencing employment issues. It's terrible, really. It's terrible. Maybe we should let's see if we can use that nga as a topic next week. So kung meron kayong topic gusto nyong pag-usapan, you want me to elaborate on it, make sure you post it, no? Email me at LIRA in Law, okay? And I'll make sure nga that at the very least we deal with it. But you never know. You may have some serious bragging rights because you become the star question. No? Salamat po for all of those who've given in their questions nga, especially bragging rights to who posted the star question. Salamat po, because that's actually it's an issue that's been of concern to me. So perfect timing. Now, so salamat po sa inyong lahat. It's long-time friends, viewers, Facebook groups, no? Thank you for allowing us to post our contents nga on your pages nga. It's always a pleasure, and I hope it's helpful. It's always great, no, to be with you. Remember po, no, every Thursday nandito ko live between 7:30 and 8:30. Kung meron kayong mga questions, post it, email us nga by at latest po Wednesday, no, and then that way I can read them out and of course, no, deal with them as much as I can. So salamat for keeping me company on this cold Thursday evening, no? So it's always a pleasure, and thank you for watching, and as I say, keeping me company. So until next time po, our usual Thursday get together, same time, same place at LIRA in Law. Good night.